The retirement home for horses, our mission is to take in elderly horses that have been seized by law enforcement in cruelty cases. And then we also work with frontline rescue groups to take in horses that they're not able to adopt out due to either age or physical limitations. And then we also take in active police and military horses looking for a forever home. We feel they've done their public service and deserve a great retirement. Once a horse comes to our gates, we make them a couple promises. They're never going to be worked or ridden again, and that they're going to spend the rest of their lives here with us. This farm was founded in 1984 by my parents, Peter and Mary Gregory. When they were a young couple in London, they used to go to a farm on the outskirts of the city where workhorses were allowed to rest a few weeks every month. And they decided back then that if they could ever afford to do it, they wanted to have a sanctuary for horses.
The realtor said, I know a piece of property you will like. And we did, we fell in love with it right away. Next day, we were bringing horses in.
This farm started with 144 acres, and with the help of our donors and sponsors and volunteers, we've since grown to 335 acres.
About a quarter of the acreage are woodlands and wetlands. Mill Creek runs through the entire property. It's protected with a conservation easement, always be protected. That's a very special part of this farm too.
We do focus a lot on horses, but we also try to educate about the other species that are here, like the birds and the bugs and like all the other critters that run around in Florida.
We have 136 retirees here, anywhere from a percheron down to a miniature horse, 3 donkeys here, 3 rescue dogs, and 1 barn cat. I mean, we have the most incredible volunteers of any place I've ever seen before. They're so dedicated, and we're just so thankful to have people like that.
The volunteers all work together. We take care of any other things that need to be done, and we give the horses the kind of life that they need to have.
You know, some come with arthritis, some come blind, back injuries. Some were tied to the trees in the Everglades where the owners were hoping the alligators would eat them and take care of their problems. But I try not to look at the past, I look at the future for them, because our job is to ensure that they have the best life from this point forward.
I give the horses feed, I kind of brush them down, take care of their manes and tails, their feet, check them over, make sure there aren't any injuries, make sure that they're getting the intake of feed that they need, and making sure they're as healthy as possible. There's no skincare problems, arthritis isn't acting up since these are older horses, and things like that.
The 2 horses that are behind me, Lynn and Prince, were emaciated when they first came. And to see how they put on weight and how they are not afraid of people now.
With them one-on-one, we see the demeanor in a horse, if they're becoming to become lame or a problem comes up, or if they're talking to us. We've had a few, they've come with severe problems or they're head shy. By the time they're here for many months, we have been able to show them love again. I mean, I'm talking horses that wouldn't let you come up to their shoulder, that now you can go and you can love all of them, take care of their ears, check their eyes.
I did not grow up around horses. I don't know anything about horses. But horses, unfortunately, will knock down some of the fences, break the boards, and I'm out here repairing those fences, landscaping, whatever they need. I'm here to help in any way I can.
We're always welcoming new volunteers. It's one of the reasons why we have our Saturday open house.
From 11 to 3, where we invite the public to come out, and admission's 2 carats. It's our way to give back to the public, but it's also a way for people to see what we do, to teach the next generation that just because an animal's old doesn't mean that it doesn't deserve to have a quality of life.
The donkeys start, they'll let us know before we know that the cars are coming in, okay? Because they all know they're gonna get carrots on a Saturday. We've had at the top maybe 600 or 700 people come through here. We have a lot of people who come back every weekend. It's like therapy for them. So all you have to do is stand here and look out there and you can decompress.
Due to COVID, currently we've reduced the amount of volunteers coming out to the farm, and our Saturday open house has been temporarily postponed.
It takes a village to do all this. With 150 horses and 300 plus acres, it can't just rest on one family or one small group of people to get everything done. It really does need to be all of Gainesville who just love horses to come out here and do what they can to help.
supported financially by public donations.
We have a sponsor a horse program where for $50 a month, people can help sponsor a horse, which helps defray the cost.
That cuts off a little bit of the weight of the payment of needing to feed them. And some horses here take 3 feedings a day and snacks to build up weight. You have special hay.
Your family can be involved, or you as an individual can be involved in the life of a horse and see that horse prosper, do well. When Lincoln was first brought here, he was a shaggy little guy. Now he's a shaggy older guy, but he's filled out. He's a happy boy. And it's great to say he's part of our family.
To keep this farm going, it costs us anywhere between $350,000 to $400,000 a year. But with vaccines and shots and worming and farrier and vet, it's a big expense.
Everything's gone the way I wanted it. And Peter would be so proud of it now. And to think it's gone on all these years, 35 years.
millcreekfarm.org, and Facebook is Retirement Home for Horses, Inc. And we post every 2 days on our Facebook page so you can see new arrivals or horses.
They can't speak for themselves. I think they need someone to step up and take care of them.